We're here at the Firefox booth at SCaLE 11, the Linux Users Group. I'm with Brendan, and he's going to tell you a little bit about his experiences this year, and he's going to kind of give us some inside tips on Firefox.
Yeah, definitely happy to be here. I'm Brandon Burton. I work in Mozilla IT doing web operations, and we have a pretty good presence here at SCaLE this year. Had a couple of people speaking at the DevOps track. I spoke on how Mozilla uses Puppet for config management, and Chris Tura and myself on the web ops team spoke about how we scale our websites to our hundreds of millions of users. And one of our DBAs, Shiri Cabral, also spoke on MySQL. And then Ben's here, been running the booth. We're pretty excited to be here. You know, Firefox, we're open source, we're open web. The big thing that we've been excited to show off this year is Firefox OS, which is a prototype of we're actually building our own phone. The OS from the ground up, we've built it. It's Linux, it's Gecko, it's our rendering engine. The entire interface is all HTML5. It's just JavaScript, CSS, HTML. All the interface, camera app, media app, you know, all the web apps is there. We have a marketplace, so we've added to our add-on site, so people are able to create free and paid apps to use on the phone. We're getting ready to launch with a number of partners. We'll actually be having a lot of announcements next week. Mobile World Congress is going on in Barcelona. It's kind of the big mobile trade show. So we have a big presence there. Got a lot of people there this weekend getting ready to go. We're going to be announcing, you know, some of the countries we're launching in, you know, hardware partners, carrier partners. A lot of that stuff is kind of coming. We have publicly announced that we're one of our public partner right now is Telefonica in Brazil. We'll be launching one of our Firefox OS handsets with ZTE doing the hardware. But we're also, you know, looking at other countries, other providers, and so they'll be more talking about that next week. We've had a really good response from people looking at the phones, checking it out. You know, people are surprised by how nice it looks, how fast it is, considering it's just HTML. We had a really interesting response from some of the high school and student groups, and even some of like the children groups have come by. You know, we gave them the pitch, we let them play with the phone, and they were excited. They were like, wow, you know, I can make a website, I can make an app, I can potentially sell it. Like, there's a lot of you know, excitement there. And it's also too, you know, the goal with the phone is to provide a low-cost handset that does most of what you'd need out of a smartphone. So most of the features you'd want from iOS or Android, but, you know, in like a sub-$100 phone. And we're looking especially to emerging markets. You know, a lot of the world is coming online through mobile, and they're, you know, they have cell coverage where they can't necessarily maybe get a DSL line. And so we're targeting that. Plus, also we're being cost-sensitive to, you know, buying an $800 iOS or Android phone for the snappy experience can be a challenge. And so we're going for more of the lower end and the middle ground there. But also it's an open web phone, right? That idea of a website becomes a web app is all that you need. And so yeah, we're excited for the phone, and we're also really excited to see that response from, you know, high schoolers, and they're like, whoa, that's amazing, and, you know, how could I do that? And even kids. We had a young man come by, maybe like 10, 11 years old, who asked, you know, how's it do on the acid test? And we were kind of like, oh, we don't know. It's a browser compatibility test for things. And so he pulled it up on the Firefox browser on here and ran it, 100 out of 100. You know, so we're getting like amazing technical questions from the youth of today, and so we think stuff like this is going to, you know, enable them, right, as they're coming online, and they're all about the internet. And also just, you know, anyone out there who's coming online in South America, Africa, Asia, and we really think it's going to be great. And we're really happy to be here at SCaLE, you know, to be a part of it and part of open source and show off what we're doing.
Very good. Thank you so much, Brendan.
Yeah,
it was a pleasure to meet you. This is SCaLE 11.